the previous classes we were discussing regarding what is BOD and what is DO. In today's class we are going to have a continuation of BOD, right? And we will discuss on COD also. What is the difference between a BOD and a COD? All these things we are going to discuss in our today's class. In the next class we are going to cover the biological characteristics of wastewater, and then we will be seeing regarding the different problems on based on the BOD values. Okay, now in the previous class as we have discussed, BOD is nothing but it is an amount of oxygen required by the microbe in order to decompose the organic matter present in it at a standard under the aerobic condition at a standard temperature. Okay, then we have seen what are the different purposes of BOD, then what are the different types of your BOD demand. First stage BOD, second stage BOD. First stage will be normally it will be a carbonaceous organic matter, and then in the second stage BOD we will be having the decomposition of the nitrogenous organic matter. Then we have seen what is the DO, what is the relation between DO and temperature and all that we have seen. Now we will discuss the regarding the further part of BOD. Okay, the further regarding the extension of BOD. See, now normally BOD is going to take around in order to have the complete decomposition of the organic matter. Suppose if a wastewater is going to have the organic matter present in it, in order to decompose that organic matter, it is going to take around 20 days. Okay, it takes around 20 days, because the microbes which are present in it, it has to be acclimatized with that temperature, and then again in order to consume the entire oxygen present in the wastewater, it will take around 20 days. Within 20 days it is going to consume around 95 to 99 of the oxidation of the organic matter is going to complete within this period, within 95 to 99 percentage within 20 days of the oxidation is going to cover. Now BOD test we are going to do either it for 5 days. Okay, we are going to do it for 5 days. During this 5 days of the incubation period, or we are going to keep into the incubator, right? Here it is going to consume, the oxidation is around 60 to 70% is going to complete. That means it is going to give an idea about what is the concentration of the wastewater or how the strength of the sewage is. Okay, now this BOD temperature, BOD is going to be it is going to be directly proportional with the temperature. This is how I will tell you, right? Now you already know that if the microbes are more active at a say temperature around 60 degrees Celsius, as the temperature is going to reduce, the BOD or the BOD is also going to get reduced. Why BOD is going to get reduced? Because right here the microbial, if the temperature is less, the microbial activity will also be less. Okay, as the temperature increases, the microbial the BOD value is also going to get increased. As the temperature increases, BOD value will also get increased. Why is the microbe will be more active at a standard temperature, say around 20, in between 20 to 60 degrees Celsius, they will be more active. If you reduce the temperature below this, right, what will happen? Again the activity of the microbes is going to get reduced, because this BOD is totally dependent on the microbes. If the temperature is going to get reduced, BOD value is also going to get reduced. Why is? Because the microbial activity is going to get reduced. So BOD and temperature are directly proportional with each other. Now you know that BOD and DO, right? BOD and DO, they are inversely proportional with each other. See, these all things you need to be you need to remember all these things, how the BOD and temperature is directly proportional, how the BOD and DO is inversely proportional. Now you know that when DO content is there in the water, it is the microbial activity will be less. Now, if a BOD is having the increased value, right, if the BOD is high, then what it indicates? It is going to indicate that the microbial contaminant is more, right. Now, if the DO content is high, it represents that the microbial contamination is less in the water. Okay. Now, as the BOD value increases, what is going to happen? The DO content is going to get reduces. If the DO is going to increase, then the BOD value is increased. You need to remember that if a BOD value is high, it represents the presence of microbes. Okay, and if the DO value is high, it indicates that there is an less microbes are there in the water. Okay, so that is the reason why your BOD and DO are inversely proportional with each other. See, you need to remember BOD and temperature relation, then BOD, DO and temperature relation, and you need to remember this DO and BOD temperature. So this particular aspect is going to be very important for you. This normally this question will be asked during your lab exams, right? How the BOD and temperature, how it is directly related, how BOD and temperature, temperature and DO are inversely proportional with each other. It will be normally asked in your lab exams, and even you, in order to do the BOD experiment, the knowledge of this is going to be important. Okay, now we will see how we are going to do the BOD test. Okay, now BOD test can be done by two methods. One is by the direct method and one is by the dilution method. Now, what is a direct method? The direct method is nothing but it is going to consist of keeping a sample of wastewater in contact with the definite amount of air and oxygen. The wastewater is going to be kept in the oxygen, right? Kept in contact with the oxygen in a specially prepared vessel, and the BOD is going to be measured by manometrically. It is going to be measured manometrically. Now we will see, we are going to follow in a lab, we are going to follow this dilution method. We are going to follow. I think you know what is dilution. Dilution is nothing but, suppose if you are having 5 ml of concentrated wastewater, right? If the 5 ml of concentrated wastewater is there, now how you are going to reduce its concentration? By adding water. Say if you are going to add 200 ml of say good water in this, then the concentration, suppose BOD value of this particular wastewater, suppose if you are going to get 500 mg per liter, right? Now if you are going to add the water in this, right, its concentration might get reduced up to say 100 or 50 mg per liter. Okay, now what you are going to do, in a 5 ml concentrated wastewater, you are going to add 200 ml of normal water sample. So what it will do, it will reduce the concentration of say 5 ml of concentrated wastewater. So this is nothing but your dilution method. Okay, now for dilution method, what we want is, we want to have this 300 ml BOD bottle. It is going to, we want 300 ml BOD bottle, right, which is which we are going to keep into the incubator. Now what we are going to do in this particular method is, we will be, say for an example, we are going to take around 5, this BOD bottle will be having around capacity of 300 ml. Okay, this BOD bottle will be having the capacity of 300 ml, right? In this, what we are going to do is, we want to have the dilution. As we did a dilution over here, now what we are going to do, in order to determine the BOD of the wastewater concentration, what we are going to do is, we are going to follow the dilution method. In this dilution method, as I have said, 5 ml of suppose if we are going to take the wastewater in this, and then remaining this BOD bottle, we are going to fill it with up to 300 ml capacity with the normal say your distilled water or a normal water. Okay, we are going to fill it with the distilled water. Then what we have done, we have done a dilution. Okay, now what is the dilution ratio? Dilution ratio is, it is nothing but the volume of the diluted sample divided by that volume of undiluted sample. Okay, so here you are going to get volume of the diluted sample is, what is the capacity of this BOD bottle? It is 300. Now what is the volume of the undiluted? That is the concentration of the sample. So dilution ratio we are going to calculate, we are going to get it as 60. Now initially if we take this 5 ml into 300 ml waste, we are 5 ml of wastewater we are going to add into the BOD bottle, and then we are going to add 300 ml of wastewater into it. Now what we are going to do is, once we mix it, we are going to add some of the reagents. Regarding those reagents we are going to tell you in the detail when we are going to solve, when we are going to do the experiment. What we are going to do is, we are going to add some reagents and we are going to determine the initial DO. Okay, we are going to determine the initial DO by the titration method. We are going to determine the initial DO of the sample. Then we are going to keep it, this particular wastewater bottle, we are going to dilution bottle, right, or the DO bottle. What we are going to do is, we are going to keep it in the incubator for the period of around either 3 days at 27 degrees Celsius or either 5 days at 20 degrees Celsius. 3 days at, if we want the result within 3 days, what we are going to do, we are going to keep this BOD bottle into the incubator for the period of 3 days, and if we want the result in the 5 days, we are going to maintain the temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius. Now I will later explain this why 3 day at 27 degrees Celsius and why 5 day at 20 degrees Celsius. Now what will happen after 3 day and after 5 days, we are going to measure the DO, the final DO. So now what we have done, we have there is an initial acclimatization time we have given for the microbes. So during this period, what happens is, this wastewater is going to have the microbes in it. Now these microbes is going to act on the oxygen which is present. They are going to survive by consuming the oxygen which is present in the wastewater. This is going to, the microbes which are there in the 5 ml wastewater quantity, they are going to survive in this by consuming the oxygen which is going to present in the water. And then initial DO, it will be normally it will be higher, because it wants initially the oxygen content will be more in this wastewater. Now after 3 days or after 5 days, if you test it, the oxygen has been consumed by the microbes. So what has happened, the initial DO will be higher. Suppose might be it is a 6 mg per liter at the initial, might after some period of time or after 3 days or 5 days, suppose if it drops to 1, then the reading will be 5 into dilution ratio. Suppose dilution ratio, if we take it as a 60, so reading will be around 300 mg per liter. So this is how we are going to do the BOD test by the dilution method. Normally this method we are going to follow into the labs. And then 3 day and 5 day, it is 3 day 27 degrees Celsius, 5 day at 20 degrees Celsius. I have told you the microbes are more active during the at a higher temperature. So if we want the result within 3 days of a period of time, right, we will be keeping this temperature at 27 degrees Celsius, and if we want the result within 20 degrees Celsius within 5 days, then we will keep the temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius. So it is completely related with the temperature. This BOD and temperature are directly proportional. That relation we need to maintain. So BOD is nothing but the oxygen consumed into the dilution ratio. This formula and this formula you need to remember. BOD is equal to oxygen consumed minus into dilution ratio or dilution factor. Oxygen consumed is given by initial DO minus final DO. Okay, and then dilution ratio factor, this we are going to determine it by using the formula volume of the diluted sample divided by volume of the undiluted sample. So this is how we are going to determine the BOD by the dilution method. Now we will see some of the disadvantages of BOD. Right, BOD test, as I have told, it is only going to give you the BOD value if the biodegradable organics are there. If toxic elements are there or elements are there, then it is not going to give you the BOD value. If the toxic elements are there, then whatever the microbes are there in that particular wastewater, it is going to be killed by these toxic element, and hence it is not going to give you the BOD value. So if any toxic elements are there in the wastewater, then what we need to give is, we need to have the pre-treatment of the wastewater has to be given. That it takes a longer period of time. Normally the BOD value, at least you need need to keep it at 3 degrees Celsius. It is 3 days 27 degrees Celsius or 5 days at 20 degrees Celsius. So it is going to take around 3 or 5 days of the period of time. Then it loses its stoichiometric validity if after the organic present in it is going to be completely exhausted. Okay, these all things is going to happen. These are nothing but the limitations of BOD. Now we will see the COD. COD is nothing but chemical oxygen demand. Okay. Now the limitation of BOD is that only it is going to give you the only if biodegradable elements are there, then it is only going to give you the BOD value. But the COD is going to have an advantage over BOD is that is it is going to give you the concentration of wastewater even if the organic or inorganic elements are there. Organic means the say organic element, even those chemicals are there in this, then it is also going to give the concentration of the wastewater. Now BOD, the limitation is it is going to give you the BOD value within say 3 or 5 days a period of time, but here in case of your COD, it is going to give you the concentration of wastewater within 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours of time. It is going to give you the concentration. Okay, normally the COD value is normally it will be normally higher than BOD value. Why is BOD value will be only going to have, it is going to show you only organic contaminants are there in the wastewater, whereas your COD is going to give you both the organic as well as inorganic contaminants are there in the water, both it is going to give. Okay, so COD also we are going to perform in our lab, but this will be your demo experiment that we will be seeing during your lab. So this finishes your chemical characteristics of wastewater. Now normally your BOD and COD and DO are very important in order to solve the problems and all. Again there is one expression that we need to solve on BOD that we will be doing it once we complete the biological characteristics. We will be solving some of the problems on the BOD value, which will be normally it is going to be asked, or it is normally it is going to be very important as your examinations are concerned. This is going to be the important thing in your for your exams. Okay, in the next class we will be discussing on the biological characteristics of wastewater, and then we will be solving the problems on BOD. Okay, thank you.